Welcome to day 9 of the Advent Stitch Along. Today we are stitching our large golden star in the middle. We are finally switching up both our strand numbers and our needle. We are now going to move over to our size 5 needle. Remember, this is our needle with the smaller eye hole. Let me show you. So hopefully, as you can see here, we've been using our size 22 needle that's on the right. We are now switching over to this size 5 needle. Again, the smaller eye hole, skinnier and shorter. For our strand, we will be using one strand of G3821. This is our gold color. This floss already comes as one strand, so all you need to do is pull one arm length off of it and it's set to go. No floss splitting. We'll be using a series of straight stitches for our star, so let me show you how to stitch it. The first thing we need to do is pull our one arm length of this gold floss. So I'm going to do that now. Alright, so I have my floss on my needle and I'm going to tie a knot on this side, but I'm actually going to try and leave a lot of extra room so that later I can use this bigger piece to tie off the floss in the back, because since it's only one single strand, we need to be able to have something for it to tie to. So I'm going to make this knot, but again, I'm going to kind of keep it pretty low on the floss. So my knot's right here, and this is how much extra I'm leaving off right now. So now I'm ready to start stitching. I'm going to start right here. I'm going to come up straight through the back until I hit that knot. And then I can go straight down at the end point. So now I'm going to just keep going around clockwise around this star, worrying about just these little rays coming off of it and not so much that middle star quite yet. You're going to be careful whenever you're pulling your floss because you do have a lot of that excess there in the back, so just try not to tug on that too much. All right, so we have our outer rays done, and now we need to work on the actual star in the middle. What we're going to do is we're going to do the diagonal lines first, then our horizontal line, and then our vertical line. So let's start here, and we do with that vertical line, you do want to start at the top and come down. That way our floss at the end is close together so we can tie it off. So I'm going to start here at the top of the star and do this first diagonal line. I'm going to come over here and do the next diagonal line. Okay, and then we're going to do our horizontal line. And you do want to kind of pull this floss a little bit tight in the back as you're bringing it up, just to keep this stitch a little bit tighter. Going down for the horizontal line. And then we're going to, if you need to, you can move that a little bit. It's a little flexible. Now we're going to do this vertical line here. All right, so if your star is a little wonky and you feel like maybe the X doesn't meet right in the middle, you can move your floss just a little bit around. So long as you follow the pattern, it is going to even itself out. So before we tie off this, because it's a single strand of this metallic floss, it's easy for it to get a little loose. So you might be able to kind of turn your head a little and see under some of these stitches. So we want to tighten it up just a little bit. So what we're going to do is turn it over, and we're going to find that spot that we started at. And you can obviously find that by that excess floss we have right here. And we're going to use our needle and just very, very gently tug on our floss here. And we're just trying to pull out some of the excess gaps that are in there. So now that I've tugged on that, you can turn around and check it and just make sure it's okay. But now we have our two strands that we can tie together. So we're just going to simply double knot it, because one knot will not hold this hold this floss together. So we got our first one and our second one. If you turn it around again and you see some gaps still, feel free to, after you've tied it off, take that needle again and just gently pull. Just make sure you're doing it gently. You don't want to end up tugging on your fabric too hard and then making it pucker, because then you won't be very happy with those results of a puckering fabric. If that does happen, you can kind of gently massage it and see if that helps. If not, you might have to tighten your hoop just a little bit more to kind of remove those puckers. All right, so once you have finished your star, you are done with day 9, and we will come back tomorrow to stitch our remaining stars. See you tomorrow.